When the delivery driver was dropping off food, he kept staring at the police uniform hanging in the customer's house. The man was puzzled by the delivery driver's behavior. Why did the delivery guy react like that after seeing the police uniform? Suddenly, there was another knock at the door. When he opened the door, he found that the delivery driver hadn't left. "Are you a police officer?" The delivery driver told the police officer a story. For 3 months straight, every Thursday in the early morning hours, he would receive delivery orders to the same address. The girl who picked up the food would always greet him with a smile while wearing cartoon face masks. Although he was always the one taking these orders, the two had never exchanged a single word. However, just last night, the girl not only ordered her meal earlier than usual, but the delivery note also lacked the strange remarks that were usually there. Sensing something was off, the delivery driver rushed to the girl's house. But after knocking for a long time, there was no response whatsoever. He pressed his ear against the door and heard movement inside. At first, he thought the girl was just playing a prank on him. But when she opened the door, her face showed none of its usual cheerfulness. Instead, she looked terrified. When she took the food, the girl squeezed his hand hard. Halfway down the road, the delivery driver suddenly realized this might be the girl's cry for help. So he immediately turned around and went back to the girl's door. But after knocking for a long time, there was still no response from inside. Because his knocking was so loud, it disturbed the neighbors next door. From the neighbors, the delivery driver learned that nobody lived in that apartment at all. The bewildered delivery driver quickly called the police. When the police and property management arrived at the apartment, the property manager said that a girl used to live there. But 6 months ago, she had died in a car accident. The police also pulled up the girl's death certificate from their system. Despite the solid evidence, the delivery driver found it incredible. He had been delivering food there every Thursday for months and handed over the delivery receipts he had kept to the police. To prove he wasn't lying, he showed them the hand the girl had squeezed, but his hand was completely unmarked. Not a trace was left behind. Besides the delivery driver, no one else had seen this girl. The delivery driver was certain his mental state was perfectly fine. And from the girl's expression, he felt there must have been someone else in the girl's apartment that night. To prove he wasn't lying, he hoped the police could help him. For this reason, Yen privately contacted computer expert Tong and psychological counselor Chi. They put on police uniforms and came to the scene, getting the master key from property management. The door lock showed no signs of being tampered with. From the furniture inside, it seemed like no one had been living there. But Chi still discovered something from the refrigerator's temperature, and Tong also found something strange in the computer's usage records. Starting 7 days after the girl's death, someone had been using this computer continuously. Moreover, the usage times and browsing history were almost identical. Through careful investigation, they confirmed that someone had been living in this house all along, but the resident was trying to hide their traces of living there. Due to insufficient evidence, they couldn't get help from the police station. The only option was to start investigating from the property owner.